Good morning, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today is week 5 of the Boo to You 2018 mystery quilt, and we're going to finish putting it all together. So far we've worked on all the pieces. Last week we put the center together, and now we're going to put all of the pieces together to create a beautiful little quilt. This is what I've done. I went ahead and I grouped my pieces. If you're following along and you're reading your directions, it says that now we're going to put all these little pieces that we did here, as you can see them. Now, not these yet, because these are going to go around the border. These are the flying geese. Oops. But the rest of it, yes. So what I did was I went ahead and I just laid it down, because the top row has these 6, and you put, based on the picture, you're going to put a dark, and you don't even need to do it this way if you don't want to. It's up to you. You could actually put the orange up at the corner. You could put it that way if you wanted to. But anyway, then you put the orange pumpkin, you put another one of those, a black pumpkin, another one of those, and an orange pumpkin. So that's what I'm using. I don't have any specific layout or anything, and the picture is all just orange, black, and white. So it's not telling you which one of these to be using, like this one versus this one here. It doesn't make any difference, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew the top, the bottom down here together, and the sides. And then this is the leftover fabric that we're going to be using. These are our strips. That's what's going to go between them. So let's get started on this quilt. Now this is what I've done. I went ahead and I connected the left two, the middle two, and the right two. Now you're not matching seams because you've got a border on the little square here, and then you've got your pumpkin. All I'm doing is pinning it from one end to the other. That's it, and I'm sewing it. And I'm using white thread, and I'm using a number 12 needle. So I'll get you started here as soon as I unwrap my thread out of my... There we go. Just take your time, do your 1/4 of an inch, just like we've been doing all along. Let's see if I can get it started here. There we go. And then I'm going to show you this one when I get done. Just want to make sure it matches to the end. There we go. Looks good. Alright, so let's take a look at it. And there's what it looks like. Go ahead, sew your strips together, and we'll get the first row done and we'll take a look at it. Now this is what it looks like when it's all put together. See how the pumpkins look like they're a little bit lower than the square? And I have this green fabric on there because I got a brand new cover for my my ironing board, because you know I had a problem with my iron. So this is what my ironing board cover looks like. Starting on the bottom row, because that's what I'm doing, is the top and the bottom. Then I'm going to do the sides. So if you want, go ahead and connect all your pieces together. Finish sewing them all. We'll be right back, and then we'll start assembling it. I'll go ahead and do another block here. I've got it pinned. And this is the left-hand side of the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and finish sewing all of these together, and then I'll be back. Now I'm starting on the side, and keep in mind, don't sew it like this, because what we're doing is we're going down with it. So you're turning it on its side. See if I can back it up a little bit. Hold on one second. So that's the way you're going to sew it. This is going to be sideways. In my picture, it's showing that going down like this, as if I was looking at it like this, then the black one is on the left-hand side on the top. So just turn it like that and fold it over and fold these two over on each other. Let me make sure that that's right. If it was going this way, no, it's that way because the black is going on the left. So we sew it like that. And then we put it together. All right? I'll do that and then I'll be back and show it to you. There's what it looks like. And that's the side unit. Now I'm going to do the other side unit and then I'll be back and I'll have both the top, the bottom, and both sides done. Before I sew this one, I want to remind you of something. This one's got a little bit of ripple in it. Let me turn it that way. So see how the white fabric, there's more than the pumpkin fabric? Remember, you want to put that end, even though I pinned it, you want to put it towards your feed dog so that it feeds it for you, so that it all gets in there and there's no pleats, tucks, or anything. Just turn it upside down and do it. That's what I'm doing. And I pinned it where the where I ironed it open so that it doesn't get folded over. It just looks like it's backwards with the pins, but that's fine. Try not to go over your pins. Let's take a look at it here. Okay, looks good. And it all fed in there so it doesn't look like there's any puckers or anything. Alright, let me get it ironed and then I'm going to show you the side. There is the left and the right done together. Down here a little bit. There you go. So I've got the top, the bottom, the left, the right, and now we're going to start assembling it. The very next step is to make 4, let me move this aside right here. You're going to make 4 of these flying geese. You're making strips. Each strip has 6 in there. So what I did was I laid them out as if, because they're going to be the tops and the sides. So I went ahead and laid it out. So I put 6 here. And they're probably not even facing the correct way. But anyway, I wanted to have them facing outward like this. This is the goose. So I did 6 there. Here I did 6. And here I did 6. Then on 2 set, you're going to take your double A, which is a 3x3 inch square, and you're going to put 1 on each corner. Alright, so I'm going to do it on the top, and I'm going to do it on the bottom. So all we're going to do is we're going to join all these flying geese, and we're going to sew them together in a row. So I'll do 1 row here at the sewing machine for you. Let me get it set up. Well, here comes the dilemma. So as soon as I fold it over, if you note, you've ironed it to the dark side. Well, that means you're going to be going through 6 layers of fabric. So when I put them together, what I'm doing is I'm leaving the top one on the dark, and I'm flipping the bottom one only on that corner. I'm flipping it. I'm not going back and ironing all of them. I'm not opening them up or anything. I just flipped it, squeezed it with my thumb, and then put this together and put a pin in it. That's it. So when you look at it, it'll have one side like that and the other side will be like that. So it'll have the dark to the white on mine on the back and the dark to the dark on the front. I'm not going to worry about it. I just don't want to sew through all that fabric though. And I went ahead and did it in groups again. Hoping my points come out. I didn't do a little test to see. We'll go find out here in a minute. Okay, let's sew that. There we go. Let's see if I can go a little higher there. Okay. And we're going to find out if it worked. I think am I off? Okay, let's do this. And we'll see here. Yep, I'm off a hair bit. And I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep on trucking. Get the next set here. Now this one looks, yep, that one looks pretty good. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and iron this open because of all that fabric when I get to the ironing board. And I'll probably just leave that lay halfway. That's not going to be a problem, because otherwise I'd have to clip at the bottom here to open it because it went down this side. I mean, that's fine. You can open this one over here. If I can get my finger in it, I could open it. Because the seam is on that side. But the point is that when you get down to here, see, and I don't really want to cut my fabric right there. I don't like doing that. So I can open it like that. That's not a problem. But the thing is, it'd be, I mean, that'd be all right there. Open it halfway. I can't see that that would be a problem. It wouldn't hurt. Even when you're quilting it, that won't hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and sew all these together. So it is 2 of them that are 1.5 by 15.5 inches. And we're going to be putting that on the side of this right here. I'm going to pull it over. So they're going on the side of that one. Okay? The one that we did last week. So let me get it pinned on, then I'll show it to you. Alright, there it is, pinned on each side. So I'm going to go ahead and sew it. And I really didn't have to split this fabric down the middle because, you know, normally I'll take it and fold it in half, because it was folded actually on my little, I want to call my little board, my design board, my little one that had all the fabric on it. But normally if I hadn't had it folded and it had been laid out straight because it was big enough, then I would have folded it in half. So, but see, I don't know if you can see it. That's actually little fold lines right there where the fabric was folded in half while I was over there on the little table. So I didn't need to fold it. And I put it in the middle of this. And I'm probably based, I haven't hit one yet, have I? So let me see. I'm going to, well, I was hoping I wouldn't take any of my tips off, but boy, I tell you, that is really pushing it. Let's see here. Tips off the flying geese if I can avoid it, but I can see here. Let's see. Here in a minute. Let's see. It's not even a flying geese. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, I need to go a little bit shorter with my 1/4 inch. That's what I need to do on that piece. So I'll take that back out, but let me look at the other side here. And let's do it. Let's sew it first. Let's do that there. I pinned everywhere there was a seam that might flip over up on me. Let's take a look at that one. Now attach the, I'm calling them the side, which is the, well actually it's the top. It's the letter V, which are 1.5 by 17.5 inches. And I don't know how it happened, but I got the tips of the, I'm calling these little black ends envelopes because they make me think of an envelope that's opened up, just not shut. And the 2 top, because that's what it is, it's the tops. Somehow there isn't enough fabric on the end of them, so I must have cut it wrong or something. But anyway, I'm going to end up losing my tip top, which is fine, because when I get done with this little quilt here, I'm actually going to put some little embellishments on it, so I can just sew a button or something and hide the top of that, so I don't have a problem with it. I'm not giving this away. I'm not selling this or anything. This is for me because I actually don't have any Halloween kind of decorations at all. I've never made anything Halloween. This is the first thing I've made. Although I'm going to make, I can't think of what the name of it is at the moment. Kimberly on the Fat Quarter shop. She's got a block that looks just like this, and it's got a specific name because I think it came out of one of her books, or maybe she's got a pattern. But anyway, I noticed the other day somebody posted that pattern on her website. I mean, not her website, her Facebook page, which I'm a member of. And it was this exact, just this block now. It's not these other pieces that we're adding on. It's just this middle block. And it had another name, but I recognized it because we had just finished this one last week. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew both these ends on. And like I said, I don't care that it's going to be chopped off. I don't have a problem with it. I have a lot of little Halloween type things that I've bought. Of course, I can always make something too. It doesn't necessarily have to be something bought. As I've made this project, I've bent quite a few pins. I'm going to have to replenish my pen supply here. Alright, I'll finish the other side, I'll iron it all, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, there it is with the sides and the tops on it. And I went ahead and stopped and looked up that darn name of that pattern because it was bothering me. It's called the Swoon. S-W-O-O-N. That's the pattern. And the only difference is that, okay, see this right here? All this right in here. Okay, right here. This is a star, okay? And in their Swoon, this is all the same color, so that the star is in the center of this entire thing. Which would look nice because if you change it, I mean, I can picture it in my mind, the star all in one color. I think that'd be really pretty. But anyway, I'm going to make that other block, that Swoon block. So I'll figure out what I did wrong with this, but that's okay. So let's keep going. Step 5 is next, and that is putting the sides on. I went ahead and I pinned both sides. And I'm sewing on the side that has all of these little intersections here, there, so that none of that stuff rolls on me because I've opened all that up. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. And it should all match up on your block. Shouldn't be too short, too long, or anything like that. Just take your time. Go your 1/4 of an inch. Oh, I'm getting my pen out of there. Whoop, about fell out there. And then I, like on the side here, you can see a pin right here. That's to keep the fabric straight, so it's not crooked. Yeah, and to the tail end. And there we have it. So both sides on. And it'll look like that, and then we're going to iron it. It looks like it's upside down, but actually I put the other side on too. So that the stems are still, they're both going the same way. Alright, so let me get it ironed and then we'll go to the next step. And I did a lot of pinning on this, just like I did on the last one, because I don't want any of these seams flipping up on me. There you go. Now we're taking these 26-inch, which is the letter Y. We have two of them, and we're putting them, this is step 7 by the way, putting them down the right side and the left side. And I'm going to use lots of pins. I'm going to actually flip it over, and I'm going to pin it on this side because of all these little intersections, and then sew it on this side. Alright, there it is pinned. That's my Y. I've pinned it all the way down there. And if you have a seam that's coming out, which I've had a couple of them, just go back in and fix it. That's all. You know, just, I mean, mine are really short. Not even about a 1/4 of an inch, but I want to make sure that that fabric gets caught, and when I get done, I don't have a teeny weeny hole where my seam started coming apart. Turn it back around, and it looks like that now. So I'm going to iron it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the other side on. And I'm going to do it the same way because of all the intersections. So I got to make sure my stars are down just this way here, and then turn it around here and attach it. Alright, now we have to attach Z, which is 29 inches long, on the other side. So this, ouch, Lordy. So we put this one here, we put that one on it, now we're putting this one over here on it so that we're going to have a white strip on all four corners. So let's put this on now. I pinned it the same way. I had to stop and fix a couple of seams. Alright, that should be it, I guess. Let's take a look at it. Here. Yeah, it looks really nice. Alright, I'll get the other side pinned, I'll get it ironed, and then I'll tell you about the next step. Alright, I'm over here at the ironing board, and you're going to take your flying geese. Now this is the side, that's why it's laying down. The pumpkins are laying down, that's the side. And that's the right hand side, and you're going to take your geese, the short, the one that doesn't have the white block on the corner, and you're going to put them so that they are going in towards, okay, so you can either look at it two different ways. The white is going into the quilt, or the black is pointing away from the quilt. That's the way you want to set it in here. That's the way we're going to sew it on. So we're doing the sides first. So let me pin that, and then I'll show you. Alright, here it is all pinned on the ironing board. And I'm going to stop here with the video, and then I'm going to come back with part 2, just like I did the last one. It'll be an hour, because I think this is a lot of footage on this one. So I'll be back. Thanks for watching.